Well, I'm Rosemary Fornshell. I've lived in the Magic Valley about 30 years, so it's most of my life. I'm very fond of Idaho, and I'm very interested in the vitality of Twin Falls. I'm running for House Seat B in District 24. District 24 is the new district that was formed after the redistricting of the state of Idaho. My background is really threefold. I've had three distinct careers. My first degree was in social work, and during that time of my life, my 20s and 30s, I helped run group homes and I was a social worker for the state of Idaho and did some work with child protection. I then went on to do hospital social work, went back to school, and this time in business, and received a master's degree in human resources administration at Utah State University, and brought that education back to my job at the hospital and in healthcare, and became the human resource director at the local hospital at that time, Magic Valley Regional Medical Center. And then during that process, helped start the home health, helped start the hospice, and was running the department that served the employees there. From there, I went over to College of Southern Idaho. So the last 20 years, I had a career at the College of Southern Idaho, first as HR director, and then I moved into teaching in the business and economics department, and eventually became the chair. And that's where I retired from, chair of the Department of Business and Economics at CSI. When they created District 24, it became the city of Twin Falls proper. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in representing the people of Twin Falls. I'm interested in providing a little balance in the legislature, balance with male-female representation, which is very lopsided, I would say, and also some diversity of thought. Personally, one of the reasons I ran was he needed an opponent, and it didn't appear that the Republican Party was going to generate an opponent for him, so I jumped in on the Democratic side. I think they didn't come from Idaho. I think they were some kind of corporate intrusion into education. And education, to me, should not be turned over to either technologies or corporations that deliver education via technology. That teachers should decide what technology to use, and teachers need to guide students through that process. The ideology of the legislature the last couple of years has gone kind of off the charts. I think we're a more moderate, center-leaning city. I think we want to be a progressive city. I believe that the local control of some of the economic development and taxation decisions should be here in Twin Falls. I think that just the assumption of one-party rule creates in itself competition and within the party, and that's not where it should happen. It should happen between the parties. Ideas can spring forth from both sides. I don't think a democracy is well preserved by one-party rule. So I think a little swaying back and forth would be an awfully good idea. So we've seen in the Republican Party the infighting, quite a bit of infighting, and even pushing some of the people who are more moderate out as the party went really to almost to the extreme right. The moderates were pushed out of the Republican Party itself. This isn't where it should happen. It should happen between the parties. But that's what happens when the imbalance goes too far. I think that's what's happened in the state of Idaho. While in Twin Falls, and he has been a resident here for many, many years, he opposed some of the education issues that I've talked about. He is pro the Proposition 123, the Luna laws. Has not supported through either his career or his legislative work some of the local initiatives that are really people oriented. Many of the constituents tell me he doesn't listen, and when he does listen, he listens to insiders only. That I think state government should be better than that. I think the people of Twin Falls probably are more independent than totally party based. Although certainly, if you would ask affiliation, you'd get more Republican. No matter what party, if I'm elected, I want to hear from people on both sides of the aisle and work cooperatively to be a voice, a new voice in the legislature, and to provide some of that balance, party balance and gender balance. Good idea.